Good morning and welcome to Module 6 of EDU230. The next couple of minutes we're going to go over all the assignments that are due for Module 6. There are 3 of them, so let's make sure to pay close attention as to what is required. We're going to look here in the syllabus as to the syllabus description. We're going to look at the rubrics in the assignment Dropbox, as well as there is an example of the one-pager in the additional resources under Canyon Connect. So we'll be in a few areas, but this should help you to get everything done. As you noticed, looking at the syllabus here, there is no journal due for Module 6. So the first assignment we're going to discuss is the one-pager. This is a bit more of a creative activity. You can use Microsoft Publisher to create this, but if you do, please make sure to save the file as a JPEG or a PDF so I'll be able to open it, because I do not have Publisher on the computer I use to teach my courses. For the one-pager, you're going to pick one multicultural book or chapter book. You can look anywhere, whether in your own personal collection. You can browse Barnes & Noble online or go to the bookstore, or if you have access to a classroom, look around in the room. And you're going to literally create a one-page document reviewing this book. On the document, you need to include the title of the book, the author of the book, a 5-sentence summary that gives good details from the book. Don't be very brief. Give a good recommendation, sorry about that, about what the book is about. You want to give 3 quotes from the book with page numbers as references. The quotes can be anything from the text, preferably something that is important and represents how the book is multicultural. You're going to want to select 3 illustrations from the book. So in this case, it would be a good idea to look online to see what you can find, or I've done before where I take pictures with my phone and upload them as a JPEG. And then you want to list 3 uses for the book in the classroom, as well as locate 3 reviews of the books by other individuals. In order to locate the reviews, the best thing to do is literally type into Google book review of so-and-so. And then besides the one-pager, now this is separate, you're going to have a one-paragraph summary discussing the influence of this multicultural author on the reader. You can talk about what their audience is, who they're targeting and why. You can even discuss a little bit of background about the author. You're basically providing a rationale for your choice. Now that is assignment 1. We'll look at the example in a minute because I don't want to flip-flop through all the sections of the course. I want to go one section at a time for you. Okay, the second assignment is about educational citizenship programs. A little bit of a tongue twister. The best thing you can do for this, it says graphic organizer, but I really think the easiest thing to do is to create a Venn diagram. You can do that in Microsoft Word, just basically using the drawing feature with circles, and that way you can clearly have similarities and differences. And then below your graphic organizer, you can address points A through F further if you cannot fit all of the content. The other option is to create a 2 or 3 column chart where in one chart you list the one column you list the similarities and one column you list the differences. The key here is to make sure to clearly label everything so I can see that you definitely understand what the similarities and differences are. Again, we will look at the assignment rubric for this in a moment. The third assignment is what you should have been working on all along throughout the course, and that is your benchmark assignment, which will be submitted to both Angel and TaskStream. Two things are important here. One, you need to make sure that you select me as an evaluator in TaskStream, as well as you let me know if you go by a different name in TaskStream. TaskStream is very sensitive. If I don't have the exact spelling of how you are shown in TaskStream, I will not be able to locate you, and a 0 will show up until at which time I can evaluate your project. The project will be graded in TaskStream because the rubric is automatically built into the TaskStream portfolio. Then once I grade it there, the points are transferred to the Angel gradebook. If you have any difficulties with TaskStream, you can go to Student Success Center, Colleges, College of Education, and you'll see here the link for TaskStream, and it will bring you to the new page, and there are specific directions for adding a rationale, because you need to make sure to add a 3 to 5 sentence rationale in the text box explaining why you chose the components of your assignment and how they meet the assignment criteria. Frequent questions is a good place to go to. Let's see what else. Canceling your work if you realize you uploaded what you did not want to and want to change that. But all this here is good information for all your courses throughout GCU. Now back to the classroom. I had said we were going to look at additional resources and the rubrics. Getting back to the one-pager, and if you go to Canyon Connect, additional resources, you'll see there is a sample one-pager here. And I'm going to open that up to show you and go back over what we talked about. Okay, this is the sample one-pager. Now by no means is this exactly how you have to do it. This is just an example. Another thing I forgot to mention is make sure the illustrations that you choose, if you cannot get copies from the book, match the content of the book. Don't just put random things related to education. As I always told my elementary kids, your pictures need to match your words. So as we talked about, you need to have a title of the book, you need to have at least 3 illustrations, 5 sentences about the book, 3 quotes from the book with page numbers, 3 uses for the book in the classroom, as well as reviews from other readers. Okay, you'll see here they put 1 quote up here, a couple down here. This to me is a little unorganized in my opinion. I didn't happen to create this one. So again, please feel free to be creative and fit everything how you see fit. Although this does say 1-pager, if you need to do this in 2 pages to make it neat and creative, I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, now we are going to take a peek at the rubrics. We will look at the 1-pager first. Okay, the rubric for the 1-pager is very simple. The assignment is worth 5 total possible points. You'll see that to be in the excellent category, it says 1 completely organized, well-detailed page that includes all 7 elements of the assignment criteria. I'm reading this out loud, although I know you can read it, is because there are 2 parts to this. Remember we said is all the information that needs to be on the brochure, and also you'll remember that the syllabus, as it shows you here, you need an additional paragraph that shows your rationalization for choosing the book that you did as in regards to how it represents multiculturalism, and you as I said, you can also include some information about the author as well. If you want to include more than a paragraph, that is perfectly fine. However, you feel you need to present your justification for your choice. And as always, spelling, punctuation, and grammar. So if you're creating your brochure in Microsoft Word, you can go to Tools, Spelling, and Grammar Check, and that will find any errors there. We're going to go to the rubric for the next assignment, which is the Educational Citizenship Program. And remember, as I mentioned, it says graphic organizer, but Venn diagrams seem to be the best. Another thing I didn't mention prior is if you want to actually draw your Venn diagram and scan that into the computer and save as a PDF or a JPEG. I've had students do that in the past. Because sometimes when you're creating the Venn diagrams on the computer, you can't fit everything you want to in, and sometimes when you're handwriting, you have a lot easier time fitting it all in. Now here in the excellent category, you'll see it's organized and a lot of details that clearly compares and contrasts the two programs that you chose. All the content is clearly represented, as well as spelling, punctuation, and grammar as well. Now I am not going to go back and review the rubric for the benchmark assignment because that was reviewed in a prior video. If you go to the course announcement section and scroll down, you'll find the video a few weeks back. And remember, in regards to the benchmark assignment, you need to submit here to Angel as well as to TaskStream. And if you have any difficulties with TaskStream, remember I showed you in the Student Success Center where to go to find that information. And in addition to these 3 assignments, there is our weekly discussion forum. Remember, you must have your substantive initial response. Sometimes that happens, as we mentioned before. You want to have your substantive initial response as well as your substantive response to a peer. In the initial response, see how you can make connections to the readings in order to demonstrate comprehension of the week's objectives and materials. And that pretty much summarizes week 6. Hang in there. You have this week and next week to go, and then you are done with this course. If you need any assistance in completing the week's assignments, please do not hesitate to email me. You can try calling. If I do not answer, it's because I'm with another student as a new semester of observing interns has begun. And that concludes our Module 6 overview. Thank you and have a great week.